Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday Night Wrap. I'm Barry Fear, and what a marvelous evening we've got here. And joining me in the studio, as usual, good evening, Rob Doyle.
Good evening, Barry. It's lovely and it's exciting to be here with the new setup, the new video that you've got set up here, and it looks fantastic, Barry. I'm looking forward to many years of just access now to YouTube.
And we have a brand new innovation of not holding the video camera anymore. Folks, we have a brand new state-of-the-art computer with camera, so you can watch the videos anywhere, anytime. And here's Rob now.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Barry. I suppose that'll give me a bit more of an opportunity to support you. You being the main talker on the show, and I don't have to hold the camera now, and I can just concentrate on listening to what you've got to say and responding.
Okay, well, tonight on the show, again, is focusing on Christmas and planning for that all-important trip away. Now, you may recall before Easter we brought you a show on staying safe on the roads over the Easter break. Well, tonight it is the same scenario I'm going to give you. Now, if you're going to be late, please do not rush on those roads, because you have plenty of time to get to your destination and stop, revive and survive. And I'm sure my outsider would agree on this.
Absolutely, Barry. There's just no excuse, really. I mean, you know, for the sake of getting somewhere half an hour earlier or even just 10 minutes earlier, you can just stop, survive, revive and survive, as you say, because in the long run, it's important to get there.
And also, not exceeding the speed limit. Here's Rob for this.
Yeah, well, look, coming up to school holidays, during that time you go on to double demerit points, so that if you're caught speeding, you'll go very close to losing your licence. So don't do it. Simple.
Now, we all know that we love to go away on the roads and travel, but a lot of idiots, they just rush and rush and rush, and they just speed just to get to their destination. Come on, guys. Please, we cannot say this enough on the show. Now, I know it's only a month away until Christmas, but if you want to arrive alive, save your life, don't waste it by doing something that could endanger it. Here's my outsider, Rob, now for his view on this.
Yeah, well, look, over the years, Barry, I think the Christmas road toll has come down a lot from what it used to be, but it's still, you know, I think it's unacceptable to lose any lives. I suppose we know that we're always going to have some fatalities over the Christmas period on the roads, but let's try and concentrate even harder this year on getting it down to, you know, substantially lower again.
And another thing on the show tonight is Christmas shopping. Now, we touched a bit on this last week. Now, we know that it's boring, guys, but yeah, it has to be done. And you know, you've got to get there early enough just to get the bargains that you want. Here's Rob now for this.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to get your Christmas shopping done early, Barry, isn't it? You know, because the closer you get to Christmas Day, the less choice of things there is, and the busier it gets. So just plan it and do it.
And also, planning your Christmas party is another thing on tonight's show. If you're planning a Christmas party, make sure that you have everything that you need for it, such as plates, cutlery, cups, enough nibbles for everybody. Make sure you write a shopping list of what you need to buy. Make sure you write the invitations out and all of this. Here's Rob now.
Yeah, that's great advice, Barry. I can't add anything further to that. I think just plan your Christmas. Don't leave anything till the last minute.
And if you've forgotten something before the party starts, all you've got to do is just go down to the shops and get it. Now, for food, you need to buy things that are non-perishable, like biscuits and chips and that. It's okay to buy dips and that, but make sure you put those straight in the fridge when you get them home, because with a lot of ingredients such as milk, dips can go off very quickly if left out. The same with cabanossi. Please put whatever you need in the fridge until it is required. Don't leave it out. Here's Rob now.
Yeah, that's good. And once you put it in the fridge, make sure that you you can cover it with your Glad wrap or whatever to retain the moisture, and so it doesn't dry out as well. So that's good advice, Baz.
So, on the show in coming weeks, we'll be bringing to you the very best of our series this year, and we won't be saying goodbye to the viewers this year either, because we had to talk about what we were going to do. So instead of saying this is our last show for the year, we'll be going right through until March, ending the summer series, and then straight into the autumn series a week after that. So here's Rob now to share the good news with you on that.
Yeah, it's exciting times ahead, Barry. I'm looking forward to the Christmas period and helping you bring the reports to everyone, and the stories and the ideas that you have. It'll be very exciting to be a part of it, Barry. I'm looking forward to it.
And look at that lovely weather we've got out there. Just look at that.
Beautiful sunset, beautiful.
And the new hospital will be opening up next year too, everyone. So a big time for the Northern Beaches. And to close tonight's program, we had a lovely dinner tonight, and here's Rob to tell you about that before we say good night.
Yeah, look, it was a pasta salad, Barry, with tuna and or salmon, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it. It's a good meal to be having at this time of year as you get a bit warmer, and it was a very healthy meal as well.
And thanks to the people in the kitchen that prepared it this morning. I saw a few crew members going in the kitchen preparing the pasta. It was great. And the most important thing I would like to bring up is showing respect for each other in the house. Here's Rob now.
Yeah, look, that's Barry. You've always been the guide for everyone here about politeness and respect for others, and it's good to finish off this report with a mention of that, because you can never get lazy about it. You know, you must always show respect for the other people in the house.
And another thing we always bring up on the show is not ringing 000 unless you really have to. Please don't ring that number unless you really are desperate for it. And here's Rob now to give you that advice before we say good night to you for the evening.
Yeah, look, that's good advice, Barry. Once again, I had to ring the AAA last night for one of our clients to get an ambulance there to get them to hospital, and it all happened very quickly, and the questions were asked, you know, is it a very, you know, what sort of an emergency is it? And they ask a lot of questions, so, you know, it's wrong to ring for anything other than very important occasions that are where you need it. So
just repeat, just on that note, when the paramedics arrive at your address, please stick to the story, because it may confuse them and they may think, oh, it's not the emergency that we thought it was in the first place. So here's Rob to tell you about being honest with emergency services.
yeah, look, I can't add to that, Barry. I think that you've nailed it on the head there. It's just a matter of just using your common sense, you know. So that's a good note to finish on, because there will be a lot more people not at work during the school holidays, when people take their holidays, and during that time there'll be a greater call on the ambulance service and the paramedics. So just respect them and their time, and the fact that they're there for emergencies and nothing else.
And don't just tell them that you need a pizza, because they won't be impressed. We did bring this up on one of our earlier shows going back to the 27th of January. You may recall that Save 000 for Saving Lives video. You can download that and watch that. And that is our show for this Tuesday night. I'm Barry Fair. From all of us here at Oceana, it's good evening, and here's Rob to say his farewell and good night now.
Well, on this lovely afternoon with the sun setting, Barry, I wish everyone a happy evening, and we'll see you again soon. Good night.
And take care on those roads, everybody. Don't use them as speedways. You've been watching the Tuesday Night Wrap with Barry Fair, and we'll be back with you with another update on when to call 000 over the Christmas holidays, and when not to call 000 over the Christmas holidays. So we look forward to your company then on that program, and don't be a fool in the water, because you don't want to end up in one of these. Here's Rob now.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.